Hey, wrestling community. It is time for another edition of the Dark Match. This is our TNA episode of the week. I am Christopher Says.
This is Tiphus.
And this is The Arrow.
And as always, I am your foxy friend Backlash, and once again, it is time for What is Iron Sheik tweeting now? Scott Hall in trouble. I still have heat with him, but I love him anyway. He don't know the moderation like the Sheiky baby.
That was oddly dark.
It was a nice kind of bittersweet Sheik tweet.
Poor Scott Hall.
Makes fun of people.
I recently saw a wrestling promotion that's supposed to have Scott Hall coming. It's still being advertised that Scott Hall's supposed to be at the show.
Oh, really? Does he have a drunk gimmick?
I wouldn't surprise me. Something it also wouldn't surprise me if he's not actually going to be there.
Scott Hall no-showing? Surely you're kidding.
Well, something tells me that Kevin Nash is going to strap him in a Yappa Pie strap match to a chair so that it doesn't go.
Well, anyway.
Well, for those who haven't already noticed, this is the debut show of our new participant, The Arrow.
No, this isn't his debut
this will
show.
be the second episode because we're putting up the
we already posted his first show yesterday.
Oh, yes. Watch his show. It'll change the face of wrestling podcast for all time.
Yeah, he did. He reviewed Tough Enough, Tough Enough Superstars, and yeah.
Basically all the B shows of the WWE.
Yeah. Actually, SmackDown's the B show. I would say that Superstars is the C show, NXT is the D. No,
Tough Enough would have to be the C show, and the other two would have to be like DNF because they're on the internet.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But
he's doing the shows we can't be bothered to do.
Oh yes, because I'm such a that's why we're doing Impact.
Well, I'm quite honestly looking forward to NXT when the next season comes around, but that's a different story. TNA Impact, another fairly meh episode, but then again, like, they're still sifting through the sort of garbage that they've tried to establish, and we start off the episode by recapping Jeff and Karen on the carriage, and then Karen having shit.
When you're queen of the mountain, nobody dumps shit on you.
Excuse me! Oh, wait, no, sorry. I actually like that one.
She doesn't have the prestige for that.
No, she doesn't.
Right, the show is quality when it starts out with Karen Jarrett talking to all of the knockouts.
And not just that.
Yes, all 6 of them!
Well, minus Winter and Angelina Love, but who cares about Angelina's puff face?
Oh, we'll get to Angelina Love, but there's also like 2 extraneous people. One like short woman who's clearly not a knockout, with wearing a white collared shirt and a hat. More on her later.
I think she's the only one who can actually knock someone out.
Yeah, well,
but and also Williams in the audience.
And there's also a fairly large woman with a tape measure around her shoulder. You might remember her from the original Winter segments, where Winter would appear in the mirror, and then like when she disappeared, the seamstress would be there. That is TNA's seamstress, and for some reason she has about as much, if not more, importance than Surge.
Yes, it's that makeup artist right there.
But basically, Karen has all the knockouts and these other 2 women in the ring because she's going to find out who Kurt's mistress is, the one who's going to basically run Karen and Jeff out of town.
Spoiler, it's Isis.
Yeah, it's probably Isis.
The chick gicked off of NXT because she had some scantily clad photos of her.
I think it was honestly just because she was too green.
Getting back to the segment, the first person Karen Jarrett turns to is the woman in the white shirt, who turns out to be the TNA's caterer. And her cause for interrogating her is that, the best, she feeds Kurt for the last 6 years, and the best way to get to a man's heart is through his stomach.
And then she sells Taco Tuesdays, and Velvet Sky loves Taco Tuesdays.
Hey-oh!
Who doesn't love Taco Tuesdays?
No, Winter loves Taco Tuesdays.
Winter wasn't in this segment.
Everybody loves Taco Tuesdays.
Who doesn't love Taco Tuesday? Raise your hand, and I will shoot you.
But the next person Karen speaks to, is the seamstress, Jolene.
She has a name?
I guess
Jolene.
We could play a Dolly Parton song now, but
this is stalling for time just as much as we do.
But anyway, Karen Angle's reasoning for this is that she's been running her fingers all over Kurt Angle's body for 6 long years.
She's been measuring his inseam.
Oh my god!
And then we forgot to tell you, the knockouts they're including the newly re-debuted Miss Tessmacher.
Yeah, remember her?
Cut off.
No, you're not missing much.
But she probably gets the best reaction of them all and Karen's reason for interrogating her is that they came to the Impact Zone at the same time this morning.
They were working out at the same time. But then Tessmacher points out that 25 other wrestlers were working out at the same time, too.
I don't even understand the basis for an argument like that.
I'd also like
There is none. It's fucking Jarrett, and no one gives a flying fuck. Can we move the fuck on to something that actually matters?
Well, I'd like to also point out breast implants. Excuse me.
But yeah, and
that doesn't mean that's the only reason people want to look at her.
And basically, while Tessmacher is defending herself, she basically gets a pop by dropping her glasses and bending down. Okay.
Then she leaves.
Yeah, Karen sends her off. She goes up to Sarita and very, very subtly says, "Oh, hello, rice and beans."
Sarita and Rosita.
She says, Kurt likes them hot and spicy, and Sarita and Rosita are doing the American thing. Kurt's an American hero. They're doing the American thing. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know what that means. They're in the anti-American stable.
Which Sarita goes on to point out. She says, watch Impact. We're Mexican-Americans, and they want nothing to do with her husband.
We don't watch your own show, You're
Canadian, you
One's Canadian and the other's from New York.
Can we bring out Miss Tata's McHuge again? Because at least, we know what we're supposed to be looking at with that one.
We're supposed to be looking at a borderline underage girl.
Shut up, Arrow.
Oh, come on.
She's old enough.
Yeah, now she is.
Dude, she's been old enough. She was on ECW 3 years ago.
Oh, was she?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Brooke Adams.
And now...
Either way.
Now the segment is getting even worse. Karen goes up to Tara and Madison Rayne, who are still bickering. She says, they used to be TNA world champions, and Kurt was a world champion, so world champions go together. I mean, I don't think the storyline for Karen is intentionally that she's supposed to be a dumbass, but, I thought it's just that she's supposed to be a bitch.
Well, Russo's giving her lines, so...
Yeah, when your story's being written by Russo, you're gonna look like a dumbass. There's no way...
The only character Vince Russo can write for is Scott Steiner. Let's get that straight.
Scott Steiner writes himself, okay? You show the proper respect.
He throws away the script, as we'll soon see.
Partially.
But then, the bickering continues. Madison says, Tara probably lied down for Kurt because she would lay down for anyone.
God.
Poor grammar. Anyway.
Yeah, Miss Tara's had that reputation her entire career.
Hey-oh.
I'm curious about this, has she?
No, that's why I pointed that out sarcastically.
Oh, you didn't seem sarcastic enough. But,
My entire attitude towards this is it's fucking bullshit, it's stupid, it doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
So that pretty much sums up any comment I'm going to have or have had for this segment. So I'm just going to be quiet and just, light a cigarette and just sit back and let you guys handle it. Good night.
Thank you, no.
Wow, alright. Looks like he's Michael Cole quitting NXT Season 3.
Except no gum.
Moving on.
Tara responds by spitting her gum at Madison leaving.
Which bounces off her breast implants.
She doesn't sleep with Jeff.
Well, if it would have been stuck in her cleavage if she didn't have it covered. Yeah, anyway, she goes over to Velvet's guy at the end, and Velvet's like, hey, you're a bitch, ha ha ha, and they do a little fight. Sucked.
The reasoning for her interrogation on Velvet is that, she's not going anywhere now that she's lost Angelina Love. She's going nowhere in the company, and she basically wants to blow her way to the top.
Who doesn't? Alright, well, next match, they bring after this is slightly over, I guess, not everyone's out of the ring, but then Winter's music hits, and Angelina's coming down, and then Winter's doing the whole cackling thing. Angelina is well, I guess, what is it? Winter threatens SoCal Val to ring the bell, and the match starts between Angelina and Velvet, and... What?
I believe it was Christy Hemme at ringside, wasn't it?
No, I think so.
SoCal
Val had the ring bell. Hemi's doing it.
SoCal Val had the ring bell. And she threatens SoCal Val to ring the bell, match starts, and Angelina no-sells everything, basically.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And I guess that's how she puts over a character, like...
Yeah.
It's
pretty weak.
He's supposed to be a hypnotized, drugged zombie.
Yeah. Chaz keeps reminding us that we should watch what Winter's putting in Angelina's drink.
Yeah. Again, what I've always said about...
Remember, don't do drugs, kids, but laugh when Hulk Hogan makes drug references to RVD.
What I've always said about this gimmick is that, like, I'm waiting for the day that Angelina Love just corpses the fuck out. Like, just completely just bursts out laughing, because she's probably really, really tight.
I think this is... Whoa. I think this is just...
I disagree, good sir.
I think this is...
Hey-oh! God, how many times are you going to say that tonight?
How many times are they going to have knockouts on TV?
Too many?
But
actually, no, this is the only time they have them, isn't it? Yeah.
One thing notable about this match is that Angelina chokes Velvet out with a from what I hear, a genuine rear naked choke.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
It was legit. It was a good
star for Angelina for actually managing to do an impressive hold.
I know. I'm surprised she didn't
wasn't tightening the grip on it or anything, but it was a properly executed chokehold.
And then we cut to commercial right after that, and then we whatever.
Oh no.
No, oh yeah, that's right. We go to the parking lot.
We go to the parking lot where Ken Anderson basically comes out of a big pickup truck.
Here's my question. Is there anything about Ken Anderson that you guys don't hate? Because just one look at this car, what were we all instantly saying? Douchemobile.
I was saying Stone Cold Ken Anderson.
Giant ass douchemobile.
Hey, it's got flames on the side.
Exactly.
It's a bright white truck, that big, with flames on the side. It's not even decked out with anything special besides the paint job.
It had huge tires.
Yes, yeah, okay. Anyway, how about this? TNA, apparently a company that's hemorrhaging money, but they have time and money to acquire a vehicle and then destroy it later. You know, just because you destroy a car, just because WWE did it once in, like, 1997 does not mean, or, like, 99 does not mean that you do it. I mean, if you remember in WCW, there was a time
they didn't even destroy
it,
but we'll get to that.
Okay,
they didn't even destroy it.
Yeah,
they half-assed it, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, the cameraman basically puts over the truck. Anderson puts over the truck, saying it's an old girl, but it has sentimental value.
It's my baby.
Yeah,
just basically setting up, making it obvious that this truck has something to do with later in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a Chekhov's gun in the center of the frame with a spotlight on it.
Telegraphing something is going to happen.
You could just spray paint. You could just spray paint on the side of it. This car will get fucked up in about 20 minutes.
And we go from there to Matt Morgan kind of tromping around the backstage area going, Scott Steiner's a problem. I have to eliminate the problem. I want the TNA World title. And Scott Steiner's in my way.
And, yeah, I don't see how he's in your way, but okay.
Because, I don't know.
We need to have a match with sacrifice.
Superiority, I guess.
Right, well, you can't mess with Big Papa Pump. Let's just get that out of there right away.
But we'll get Scott Steiner.
You don't fuck with Big Papa Pump. The big bad booty daddy. Holler if you hear me.
Yeah, we
dead silence.
Commercial.
We'll get back to Scott Steiner, but now it's actually time for a match. It is Chris Sabin versus Anarchia. But before we get to this, Mexican America, they do their whole stupid blah blah blah. We're bitching.
And they bring down the flag again and block 95% of the crowd.
Oh yeah, but here's one thing. They keep cutting to the Spanish announce team, Urbina and Guerrero. Are they heels? Are they supposed to be heels?
I don't know. I guess they are now. He's trying to get revenge on America for the gobbledygooker.
The gobbledygooker.
But Hector Guerrero is on commentary.
Oh yeah, that's right, Hector Guerrero. And you know that who was it? Chavo was in the Swagger Soaring Eagle, so they have a history of being mascots.
And basically, like, their match is like awfully short.
It's unfortunate too.
It's a lot of basically forearms from Chris Sabin, and I guess they were trying to put over that he does a springboard clothesline and his leg was right. Anarchy.
I just love how they totally make up a word to give this guy a name that sounds like anarchy.
Well, yeah.
Anyways,
go ahead.
yeah, Sabin ends up hurting himself just in time for Alex Shelley to reappear. That's
No!
With a weird new hairstyle. He has like basically brown on the sides and this huge bleach blonde mohawk. Very thick mohawk. Kinda.
Does anyone know if Sabin is actually injured or if he's recovered?
I don't think he's actually injured. It's a work.
Good, because
apparently it was legit. I actually saw a report that said it was legit, yeah.
Is it serious? Is he out for a while?
He tweaked his knee because Anarchia wasn't in the right position.
Yeah, I mean, it looked abrupt, okay? I didn't, from the looks of it, it didn't look like it was real. But, I guess, you know...
It looked minor enough, I'll give you that.
Surprised them that much.
Well, I guess we'll see if they have him on TV again soon.
I'm going to be pissed because they were teasing the breakup of the Motor City Machine Guns before Alex Shelley got injured. Oh. And I guess they kind of had to drop it after Shelley got injured.
Well,
and now he's back. Now the other one's fucking hurt.
I know. What are the chances?
Just pisses me.
Glad they're not breaking up. Like, that would be a very arbitrary thing to do.
Right. But, you know, the next segment is my favorite segment of the show. Because we cut to Scott Steiner playing golf with a children's playset. He's got a plastic golf club and a plastic golf ball, and he's just bitching about how he can't use it. Then he breaks the tiny golf club. Then what is it? The cameraman tells him that Matt Morgan's looking for him, and he's looking to jump him. And he's like, he doesn't have a reason. And then he talks about how Matt Morgan shot his DNA into space, and now aliens are gonna find pieces of shit. Cameraman tells Steiner, like I said, Matt Morgan's looking for him. Steiner says he's not a hard man to find, and if Morgan wants him, he knows where to find him.
I'm a bit disappointed he did not, even though we weren't actually there, he didn't proclaim that he was in Cincinnati!
No, but that played a role a little bit later.
Cincinnati! I just love saying that.
Cincinnati! Maybe we can get to the next part.
So we come back from commercial, and Matt Morgan is still looking for Scott Steiner, and they end up, like, it was actually kind of funny what they did, where Scott Steiner comes in, he's like, hey, I'm right here, and then he throws, like, what was it, napkins into the air?
He throws napkins.
Yeah, he throws a bunch of napkins, disappears behind him, somehow teleports behind Matt Morgan, and just starts beating the crap out of him.
Well, no, what happened was when the curtain closed, Steiner went left, and you can kind of barely see him go left, while Matt Morgan kept going straight.
You shut the fuck up, sir. Are you implying that Scott Steiner cannot teleport?
No. I believe he has a bunch of freaks that he bends over sideways and satisfies them every night, but, you know, maybe teleportation's a little beyond Big Papa Pump's ability.
I say bullshit, sir.
Well, you know, when the Earth rotates on a 47-degree axis and the planets align in an equinox...
Bullshit.
So once again, we have... The segment ends with him, Steiner standing over Morgan, saying he'll be the world champion and nothing's getting in his way. And once again, that's another case of our faces fighting each other when most of them got signed just to fight Immortal.
I know, it's brilliant.
Yeah, except you got the names reversed. It's Morgan that's standing over Steiner. And Steiner's was yelling sorry. And I'm disappointed in him for doing that.
I thought Steiner won this beatdown.
No, it ended with Morgan being triumphant.
Oh, okay, because I thought Steiner was dominating most of it.
So basically, Steiner chokes Morgan with a broom, and then Morgan chokes Steiner with a chair. But and Morgan wins. But yes, I'm disappointed in Steiner for saying sorry. He should have called him a piece of shit. He should have called him a son's a bitch. Like, he should have said his mother sucks. Why not? Why didn't he do that?
And of course, he's fat!
Right.
That too.
Well, anyway,
and he should have done some math.
It's time for a title match. You know,
we'll have Matt later.
Nobody gives a fuck about.
No. There's something happens before that match.
Oh yeah, sorry, we gotta.
Hey guys, remember that truck that Ken Anderson was talking about, and the cameraman pointed out, and Ken Anderson was talking about? Yeah.
Oh, you wanted? That wasn't rhetorical. Oh, yes, I remember.
Okay. Well,
in case you thought that truck was there for no reason, and they spent so much time on it just because.
Sting takes his baseball bat to it and smashes the windows, sorta.
And the
smashes the headlight. One headlight, I believe.
Smashes
then leaves his bat in the whole glass in the windshield.
A very stupid move, and we'll find out why later.
It makes sense. It's kind of funny what he does later.
Now, it's super time for title match. Our TV title, Gunner versus Christopher Daniels.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with this in the sense that we got to see Christopher Daniels work, and honestly, he was pretty much the only one doing anything.
But seriously, why is Gunner a single star already? I mean, WWE will break up tag teams before they're ready, but god damn.
And this guy has no idea how to act like any kind of character. I mean,
he's kind of like an insane man.
He goes from generic security bad guy to twitching around.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. Yeah, he pretty much just looks intense, bulges his eyes out, and looks from one way to another in quick intervals.
Yeah, like
he looks like he's trying to roid out on people.
I'm pretty sure he has no charisma.
And of course, nomming the belt. Nom, 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 nom.
Right. Is it just me, or does he have the same exact tattoo as Brock Lesnar does on his back?
Damn near.
Well, speaking of Brock Lesnar, Gunner retains the title with an F5.
I swear it was a burning hammer on TV.
Nah, it was an F5. It was looked kind of awkward, but nonetheless an F5. And I wonder if this is sort of implicitly kind of burying Christopher Daniels and making fun of the fact that the ROH no longer has a TV title, but maybe I'm just reading too much into it.
Well, I think the title strap is red.
I don't think they're that creative on TNA.
It would be way too subtle for what they're known for, but...
But it just meant they actually had a moment of clarity and say, hey, nobody's been defending the TV title for a while.
Well, yeah,
Let's have a random match.
Well, there was that time where, what was it, Abyss had it, but he was killed by Crimson for, like, a number of months, and he didn't drop it for that time, but then Abyss...
it's like a month and a half.
Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, RVD was out for, like, a day, and they make him drop the title. That's my point.
And then they don't take the title off of Abyss until the week before he comes back.
Right, and I love that it's just so convenient.
Yeah, we've been over this a million times.
I'm sure you have.
We've been over this and over this.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but unfortunately we go to one of these the in-ring segments featuring our major players of the past 3 months or so, Sting, Anderson, and RVD. Or RDV, excuse me.
Rob's damn van. It's so fucking slow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's time for more talking with Sting.
Yeah, Sting comes out and he's just talking shit on Anderson. It was actually a pretty funny little segment until RVD came out.
Well, we were getting ahead of ourselves because the first thing he says when he comes out is like, I don't know whose truck that is back there, but you might want to go check on it. I know your lights aren't on, but I think someone might have bashed in all your windows.
He says they left their windows down.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, that was, kind of creative. I mean, someone actually knows how to cut a promo.
Yeah, about time.
Well, yeah, Rob Van Van pretty much comes out and blows smoke up Sting's ass.
No, you're getting ahead of yourself still. Anderson comes out.
With the bat.
Oops. Yeah. No, that was on purpose. He left that to leave his mark. Saying, I did this. He's trying to get Anderson's attention. Trying to send a message to Anderson. And he comes out and just gets in his face and he asks if he smashed the windows out on his truck, and Sting very innocently, like he doesn't know what he's talking about, goes, no.
It's the OJ defense.
And he goes, so that video I just saw of you smashing the windows out was a figment of my imagination. And Sting says, yeah. Just very nonchalantly.
I'm completely innocent, but let me write this book about how it would have gone if I did it.
Yeah. And Anderson goes one more time, did you smash the windows out? And Sting pauses before smiling and says, yeah, it was me, dude. It was totally me. Got you.
It was me, brother.
It was me, Anderson. It was me the whole time.
It was me all along, Anderson.
Stone Cold Ken Anderson.
Yes.
And Anderson plays it off just...
The Viper Ken Anderson. The People's Ken Anderson.
Okay, we get it. Anderson is a ripoff of every single superstar before him. We get it. He pretty much says, okay, that's fine. You know what? I'm not going to play your game. I'll just get this shit replaced.
I'm rich.
Yeah, and then he rips off a catchphrase from like 2003.
White
I'm rich, bitch. So, yeah.
It was pretty dumb.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle called.
I thought it was a pretty good promo up until that Rich Biascia line.
Dave Chappelle called. He doesn't even want his act back. He just wants you to stop.
Yeah, that's why he ran off to Africa.
Don't bring up the specter of his act.
And starts playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah. And so RVD comes out, and now he starts blowing smoke up Sting's ass, saying, "I appreciate you, giving me this title opportunity. You're a real stand-up guy, dude." Pretty much, all but hugs and kisses him. And, Anderson is just like, "Well, fuck you guys. I want my title shot." And,
got his rematch clause.
And, Anderson gets, RVD gives Sting permission, because, Sting needs it, to have a title match against Anderson tonight just for the sake of shutting Anderson up. So, he's putting his own title shot in the future on the line against Anderson, who he openly, blatantly states in this promo that he plays dirty. So they set up for that match later on tonight, where Sting will defend his title against Anderson on free television, when in just a couple weeks, Sting's supposed to defend the title on pay-per-view.
But wait.
And TNA wonders why their buy rates are so shitty, and then just uses that as an excuse to continue doing the shit that makes their buy rates shitty. But yeah.
But wait, they're also joined by Hogan, H squared.
Brother.
Yeah, brother. And he's carrying around his stupid gift wrap.
The all-important cardboard tube.
Yep. It's an effective weapon against dogs if you want to get them riled up in a playful mood.
Yeah, the prototype poster for Slammiversary is in there.
Yeah. So, he's just all, hey, guess what, brother? You got the power to pick your own opponents, but I got the power to pick them too, brother. So tonight, it's not going to be a one-on-one match. It's going to be a three-way dance, brother. And here comes your other opponent, Bully Ray, brother. And, Bully Ray comes out. And just fucking stupid music.
It's because he's hardcore.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered. Does anyone else think that his music kind of evokes, like, the Undertaker as American Badass, his latter-day stuff?
No.
I didn't hear it, but
I
would agree that's equally shitty.
Well,
you've done it now. Gone and made a big mistake.
Right. Only without the lyrics.
Yeah.
At least
there was an instrumental version of that song.
Could have at least made it a bit intimidating.
There's a lot TNA could be doing.
But yeah, at the end of all this, we have a triple threat match for the world title with Anderson, Sting. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention he's the Animal Anderson and Bully Ray.
Yeah. So.
Well, we move on from there to that cameraman, Jason Harvey, I believe his name is, talking to Samoa Joe, and for some reason he's talking to him about what he thinks of Crimson. And precedent for this? Any precedent for this? None?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Joe says that he's like, he's got a lot of potential. A lot of people said what he did to Abyss was harsh. I thought it was a thing of beauty. That's what he said. And it was kind of, he's like, he may be undefeated, but he was never undefeated like I was undefeated, and I'll defeat him tonight.
Fucking stupid segment.
What?
More infighting between the supposed baby faces.
Well, Samoa Joe is a tweener, I guess. Like Anderson.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and say it. Crimson is a better ripoff of Batista than anyone else I've ever seen. Just this big, jacked up guy with a goofy looking face.
Even more than Mason Ryan?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Ooh. Mason Ryan looks so much like Batista.
Yeah, but
he does.
But because of the face, it's not unprecedentedly fucked up.
Fine.
So basically, like the match, Crimson versus Samoa Joe, most of it is the idea that Crimson is kind of getting one up on Samoa Joe, and Joe tries to bring in offense, and Crimson does a T-bone suplex, and he does knee strikes and a neck breaker. Samoa Joe tries to do the Olay kick, and Crimson catches him with an elbow.
I think the thing is that Joe just knows that he's kind of too fat to work now, so he's just putting people over.
Yeah, he's been taking therapy with Scott Steiner, who's not only a mathematician, a historian, and
an astronomer.
Yeah, and an astronomer, but now he's a psychiatrist.
I thought the psychiatrists were Nash and Stevie Richards.
He had a collar skip, remember?
Anyway, match ends with DQ when Abyss attacks, so Crimson wins by DQ.
So, and Joe just walks off like, whatever, you beat him up.
So pretty much the cameraman instigating all this trouble is working with Immortal.
Well, he's signing his paycheck.
Well, yeah, duh. Well, we know who he is. It's Jason Hervey.
Like, I hear from a lot of people, at least on the boards, that Abyss gave, like, Joe some kind of challenging look. But meaning that it may not be the case that Joe is an immortal. But what would really be the point of this?
It's just fucking nasty.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But it's fucking stupid.
Well, but yeah, nonetheless, Abyss plugs Crimson with the Black Hole Slam.
Yeah.
Plugs.
But yeah, we get next segment is the mystery cameraman again talking to Ken Anderson, and he wants him to explain what the top spot means to him. God, it's fucking stupid.
We can't even say anything about this anymore, can we? It speaks for itself.
He mentions making lemonade out of lemons, and he'll make chicken salad out of chicken shit. What the fuck?
He thinks he's clever with his wordplay.
Oh my god, this thing just drove me nuts.
Okay, no, we're gonna go to Greener Pastures with the next promo segment.
No, Kurt Angle. Shut the hell up.
Greener Pastures, Kurt Angle.
No.
Greener Pastures, Kurt Angle.
Backlash has something to say. Let him say it.
Hell up.
Okay, fine.
Just let it go, man.
We'll do
let it all out. Nothing?
Nothing.
Probably mute his microphone.
Do you need a minute?
Go ahead.
All right. Next segment. You got Kurt Angle talking about Karen. Making an ass out of herself, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yada, yada.
She's covered in shit.
She's going to shit her pants.
When she meets her mistress next week. I mean, his mistress.
I noticed
call her Ms. Angle. So apparently they're married.
I noticed that
are there any new knockouts or old knockouts that they've re-signed that they haven't brought back yet?
One dirty bitch.
I guess they brought back ODB.
I know, she was brought back for the Madison Rain bullshit.
They got ODB.
I thought it was a man at first.
Roxy, whatever her name is now.
Yeah.
Roxy Laveau.
I thought there was one that they re-signed that they haven't used yet.
Doesn't really matter. This whole Madison Rain bullshit's done.
That's who it is.
No, Daphne's did
that
whole court thing.
Fucking happened with Daphne.
Yeah, she's suing the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Put them out of business.
So yeah, now we get fucking Mickie James, sans Pocahontas gear.
Come on, she is Native American.
Well, she's part Native American, but that doesn't make that costume any less ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's more justified than anything that, like...
Dude, I swear to God, she literally went to a costume shop for Halloween and bought that shit. I swear to God. That's exactly where it looks like it's from. But, anyway, that's then, this is now. This promo is all about kissing the ass of the fans, and it doesn't really work because they're all there for free anyway, and they're just there because the line for the Hulk was way too long.
Yeah, it basically went, hardcore country. I'm going to be the best knockouts ever. Hardcore country.
The Hulk is actually in the Islands of Adventure theme park, and they'd be actually the rocket roller coaster would be.
You know what? Quit shitting on my fucking.
Sorry,
joke.
I was there like a month ago.
Good for you. Did you go to the show?
They weren't taping.
You know, I mean, like
it was in between a pay-per-view and some house show bullshit.
Anyway, on Impact, like I love Mickie James, and I always like to see more of her. But the fact of the matter is, like, I would have rather seen her defend the belt. Like, if
she's got a separated shoulder.
Is it still separated?
Cast on.
They put the title on her after she injured her shoulder.
Well, yeah, when she was doing the match, they put that like fancy tape that all the Olympic people were wearing the last Olympics in China with like the volleyball people and whatnot.
Anyway, next segment, more talking.
Everyone talks
if you're keeping count, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 talking segments in a row.
Yes, and to sum it all up, Bully Ray basically takes a cue from Hulk Hogan and buries his 23 tag title reigns. God damn it. He'd trade all the 23 tag title reigns for one TNA world title reign. That makes me feel sad.
I know.
I wouldn't trade a world title reign for a chicken shit sandwich.
Not in TNA, anyways.
Anyway, yeah, he's talking to Abyss, who's sitting at the table, just fucking.
He's a monster.
I'm at a table.
I'm really bored right now.
Well, we're almost done.
Yeah,
it's the main event,
and it only gets worse.
Average to alright, like, match, you know, like, no real complaints, but I feel like Anderson didn't get a lot of offense, and, like, maybe they were just trying to prevent any injuries or botches.
But anyway, we got, that's pretty much the match, yeah.
Well, we should talk about the finish, because it involves that fucking cardboard tube that they're calling the Immortal Weapon. Like, it's their signature weapon, like, tube! I hit you with a tube!
But yeah, essentially Bully Ray having gotten a lot of work in this match, like, almost as much as Sting.
They keep calling this thing a lead pipe, and it is way too shiny and bright to be lead.
And it looks flimsy as hell.
You figure it out.
I mean, I don't know, call me crazy, but the last time I checked, you don't have to put tape on a piece of lead to get it to grip well.
But yeah, either way, he tries to use the pipe on Sting, but AJ Styles runs in and Pele kicks the fuck out of him, and Sting uses the pipe on him and gets the pin to retain the title.
Yeah.
Of course, no DQ happening, but then
with a second referee running in to make the count.
The ref was distracted, I believe.
No, the ref was knocked out. A second one came in.
Yeah, I know.
And,
that was to count the finish.
Yeah.
Or that was to count the final pinfall.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The ref was knocked out for most of this shit.
Hooray!
So, yeah, after the match, Anderson grabs the pipe from ringside and slowly peers over to the ring.
The whole setup for that was, hey, this will look good on next week's promo.
Yeah. You know, that would have been a great shot.
Where he, like, eerily comes up, yeah.
That would have been a great shot to end the show on. But no, TNA's new format is they have 20 minutes of fucking recap promos after the last match.
No, yeah.
The reason for this is they have to kill...
Format.
It's like a reaction, but not reaction.
Yeah, the reason they do this is because they have to kill off any momentum they might have had.
Yeah.
Right. They get like 5 minutes of overrun, don't they?
It's like they're trying to like have as high ratings as they can and just kill them off for the next show after this because
we touched upon this last night that although like WWF often does the whole like what one contender is in the ring looking on and another contender is down the ramp, it might be trite and cliche, but it nonetheless is effective.
Let me just sum this up for you. Basically, Bully Ray, I should be the champion. Ken Anderson, I should be the champion. Sting, I am the champion. What else was there? Scott Steiner, you know, Matt Morgan, he's 50% the man I am. When you take it up, it's his fucking math lesson. And then
I love how just minutes after getting clocked in the head by a Pele kick and a lead pipe, Bully Ray's coherent enough to cut a promo.
Well, he's hardcore.
Yeah, okay, that's fucking believable. It's a fucking lead pipe.
In kayfabe.
Yeah, well that's the point.
Did you see all the kendo stick shots he took to the head during lockdown?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Arrow. It's just it makes no goddamn sense. And
I know.
I mean, it's right up there with I'm back after just a month and a half of having my spine ruptured by fucking 2x4 with nails sticking out of it.
Right. What was it? AJ Styles came back from apparently like a possibly career-ending spinal injury after, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
And flips off the top of the fucking cage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we end the show with Jeff Jarrett proclaiming, "This is crap." Indeed it is, Jeff. Indeed
it is. The weird thing about it is that they go to Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle, and then they go back to Velvet Sky talking about how, Like, Karen called her a slut, but she's not a slut. She's hot, and she has enough problems as is with Angelina Love. Then we go back.
How many promos do we have in this 20-minute span? We got Bully Ray.
It was 10 minutes.
It was 10, 20 minutes. They had the run over. They got Bully Ray. They got AJ. They got Scott Steiner. They got the Jarretts. They got Velvet Sky. And they got Jeff Jarrett again.
Also, there was no Fortune in this outside of AJ Styles, and I guess if you want to...
And Christopher Daniels.
But he's not technically in 5-Gen. I mean, Fortune.
Yeah.
He's just best friends.
Daniels is just an interim... Oh, he's not part of Fortune. He's a Fortune sympathizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
but yeah, we basically end with someone burying the show, so... but there is like a kind of weird TNA related news about, and also pertaining to Vince McMahon. And this apparently comes from Mike Johnson and PW Insider. Vince was asked when he was going to, quote, buy that company based in Nashville, Tennessee, because they have the wrong people running it. People save the business from Dixie Carter. Please save the business from Dixie Carter. And McMahon laughed. The stockholder said, Stephanie has more brains than Dixie Carter has. They showed Triple H and Stephanie laughing at this development. Stockholder said that if WWE bought TNA now, there was a shot at fixing that company. Vince said, I don't know they are for sale. The stockholder said, it's a 50-50 shot. They know you are loaded with money. McMahon said, maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll take anything that could potentially save the company at this point.
Also,
I don't even care if McMahon turns it into WWE 2.
Also,
do something.
We have to take
I don't care either, as long as the talent gets used.
We have to take into account that they're rebranding to Impact.
So, yeah.
Also, I will sleep better at night knowing that Vince Russo does not have a job.
He will always have
there are some people out there that say, it would be bad for TNA to go out of business or get bought out or whatever, because that would, mean less competition, less options. This is a terrible option to have, especially if it's your second best option.
Right. Ring of Honor
and them getting cleared out of the way would make room for, a company like Ring of Honor to move up and be a much better second option.
Well, the thing is, we don't even know if that will become the second option.
No, but it's likely, though.
You'd want it to be, but...
I think them or Dragon Gate. I mean, I don't think...
Chikara's not going to be...
No, Chikara wouldn't be, but... unless Spike TV decides to go the way of MTV and just make their own damn promotion and just fill it loaded with shitty special effects all over the damn place, which would fail on its ass before the first season ends.
Wrestling Society X still had people like Colt Cabana and Matt Seidel, so...
yeah, but...
those guys can't carry a whole franchise.
It's a case of the talent being good, but the franchise...
Colt Cabana knows that he's not a main eventer. He's fine with that.
But,
well, at least he has a world title on his record that he's recently lost anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the NWA title.
I think that's going to be it for this episode. I mean, what else can you say?
Too.
Final thoughts on the show? Anyone?
Complete shit.
There was nothing I cared about here.
Again, enjoyed the Daniels match because he was doing most of the work, and
I mean, normally I can talk about this stuff, at great length, but right now, thinking about it, his borderline put me to sleep.
Okay.
This was actually one of the worser impacts because when it's bad, it's hilariously bad. But this show was just boring. I mean, yeah, there were moments like Scott Steiner Gold, but just nothing happened.
All right, so yeah, that's pretty much the show. It sucked. We all agree. And now it's time to play everyone's favorite game. And finally, we're going back to my favorite line because it still fits because he's still not on television, even though he's not with the company anymore. It's because of TNA's own incompetence still. What gets more screen time than Jay Lethal? Gentlemen?
The gobbledygooker gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
You say that every damn time. Steiner Math got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Oh, jeez. Gunner gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
I'm going to go with the obvious one. Anderson's Chekhov's gun of a truck gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
And one more. The window blinds got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
The back of Abyss's head got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Won't you?
You didn't say it the first time.
No, I had a different idea.
Sting's bat got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Closing up, I'm Christopher Says.
I'm Tifus.
I am Backlash.
I'm the Arrow.
You jackass.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a temp. He's an intern.
What?
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
How can the guy who does his own CD and F show...
You're in training. Don't argue.
No, Tifus, his show's going to revolutionize the face of wrestling podcasts everywhere.
Exactly.
God damn it, we got to put him over.
God damn it. The Arrow gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
I get more airtime.
Brian Alvarez, who the fuck is that?
Brian Alvarez, he's the guy who does Wrestling Observer.
What's that?
All right, that's it, guys. We're done.
Now you're just being facetious.
Good night.
Good night, sirs.
Good night
Madam.
from sunny California.
Good night and good luck, and God help us all.
Cue music.